Hey, this is Riley from McNaught. We're going to take a look at our 2014 Cadillac ATS Luxury all-wheel drive. This car comes in a beautiful radiant silver metallic. It's powered by a 3.6 liter V6 engine paired with a 6-speed automatic. So you've got plenty of power in this one. You could reach highway speeds in under 6 seconds. Now, the first thing you're going to notice on the front is that old school Cadillac emblem. I believe 2014 was actually one of the last years that we've been using these emblems, so definitely has a classic look to it. Moving around to the side, these are 17-inch polished aluminum wheels on Michelin all-season tires. As we head on up, the side view mirrors do have your turning signal indicators on them, and they are heated. One more thing I want to mention, you have proximity locks on the doors, meaning if you press the button once, you can unlock the driver's door, and pressing it a second time is going to unlock all 4 doors. So before we step inside the Cadillac, I'm just going to show you the key fob. You do get 2 sets of keys with this vehicle. You have your standard lock, unlock, as well as remote start, and you've also got a button to open up that rear trunk. So as we take a look inside the Cadillac ATS, you're going to notice a combination of our light platinum jet black interior. Over here on the driver's door, you are going to find your memory seating, as well as your door locks, your power adjustable mirrors, and your power windows. Down here, I'm going to show you that Bose badge. So this vehicle does have Bose Premium Audio. Now, taking a look just below the driver's seat, you are going to find your fully power adjustable controls. You also have lumbar support. As we head on over just next to the steering wheel, you are going to find a switch to control the interior lights brightness, as well as your parking sensors and your lane departure warning. Okay, now that we're sitting inside the ATS, it is super comfortable in here. Very warm, very quiet. Now, I'm going to mention this vehicle has 25,874 kilometers on it, which is very low for a 2014. In fact, you've got our GM certified pre-owned warranty, which is 5,000 kilometers or 90 days, whichever comes first. Now, heading on here, looking at some of the features, starting with the steering wheel. This is a leather wrapped steering wheel. To the left, you're going to find a few buttons here. You have your standard cruise controls, as well as a safety switch here for your front collision alert. You also have your hands-free call button and your heated steering wheel button. Feels great. Moving on over to the side, you have your 5-point command center, which is going to control that center LCD screen on the dash. Now, you've got quite a few options on here, including your radio display, speedometer, as well as your vehicle information such as tire pressure, oil life, and your trip counter. So you've got plenty of different options here. You could configure it to your taste. Now, you've also got volume controls on here as well. All right, now we're going to take a look at that gorgeous 8-inch touchscreen display. This is the Cadillac Q system, meaning you've got plenty of multimedia connectivity options on here. I'm going to start off with your AM/FM radio. You've also got Sirius XM, which comes standard for 3 months, which is great. You do have Bluetooth phone connectivity on here as well, so you can make hands-free calls, or you can even play music through Spotify on your cell phone, which works great. You also have OnStar turn-by-turn navigation, as well as climate controls here on the touchscreen. A couple other options you have for multimedia include USB and auxiliary, which I'll show you in a second. Now, heading on a little bit lower, you are going to find your climate controls. Now, these aren't actual buttons. In fact, it's a touch-sensitive panel, so as you push the little buttons, it's going to give you tactile feedback, which is through vibrations. So it's similar to if you have a MacBook Pro with the Force Touch trackpad. It's very interesting. Now, if I wanted to turn up the volume, simply rest your finger on that panel and glide it across the volume panel, and that's going to adjust your volume. So it works really well. It's actually pretty interesting. As you can see, I do have both front heated seats on. That's part of that cold weather package. Perfect for out here in Manitoba. A couple more interesting things I want to show you. You have your backup camera. So putting the vehicle into reverse is going to reveal that reverse cam, which does have trajectory. So as you turn the wheel, the lines will turn to guide you. Very nice. Another cool hidden feature that not many people know about is if you actually touch the bottom of that touch panel, it's going to open up in a hidden compartment which reveals a USB port inside. So that's perfect if you want to charge a cell phone or, you know, keep some hidden stuff in there. That's no problem. It's a great feature. Not many people know about that. Now, taking a look at that gear shifter, as I mentioned, you do have your backup camera, obviously. You also have a manual mode here. Heading down a bit lower than that, you are going to find your traction control button as well as your drive modes. So if we look at that center dash, you are going to see you have 3 different options: Tour, Sport, and Snow. So right now I should have it in Snow because it is pretty miserable outside, but you have all those options, which is great. Taking a look further down, you are going to find 2 cup holders, as well as the center leather armrest opens up and will reveal some storage space as well. If you could see, there is 2 USB ports and an auxiliary port down there as well, so that's where you're going to connect your audio devices. Now, heading on up towards the ceiling, you are going to find your OnStar buttons up here, as well as your interior cabin lights. Now, you've also got 3 garage door transmitters. All right, now taking a look into the back seat of the ATS, you are going to continue to see that nice light platinum jet black interior. Over here on the door panel, you have some nice wood grain trim. Now back here, you've got quite a good amount of legroom. It's not as much as its bigger brother, the CTS, but you are still going to be able to fit 3 adults back here. It might be a little squishy in the middle seat, but it's not too bad. Now between the 2 seats, you do have a nice leather-wrapped armrest with 2 cup holders and a hidden storage compartment. Whoops. There you go. Over here towards the center, you do have a couple vents, as well as, I believe there is another 12-volt outlet down here. Here's a better look at that front dash. Now we're going to take a look towards the back of the ATS, and we're going to open up the trunk. Now to open up the trunk, remember you have that button on your key fob, or there's also a button on the inside or on the back of the door here that's going to open that up. Now taking a look inside the trunk, you've got quite a decent amount of space back here. You are able to collapse those 2 back seats, so you could fold them flat if you want extra space for some golf clubs or something. You do also have some more storage compartments below. Now the back of the ATS looks exceptional. If I was able to get those brake lights on, you're going to see that center light that goes across the trunk. Looks very nice at night. These are full LED tail lights. Now you do have dual exhausts on here as well, so it's a very sharp looking car, and with that V6 engine, it's going to sound great. So overall, if you're looking for a nice small size sedan with tons of performance and power, all-wheel drive, so it's great for the winter, the ATS is an excellent choice. Remember, this one's got pretty low kilometers at only 25,000, so you know you got plenty of life left in this one. So if you want to come down and take a look at it for yourself, I invite you to McNaught Cadillac, and we'll set you up.